often as churches, we tend to have our vision, we tend to have our ideas and things we want to do, but I've learned that it's very important that we capture their vision, that we ask them what their dream is, and at some point those dreams will intersect. So we connected with the principal of South Heights at that time, which was Rob Carroll, and at one point asked him what his vision was for the school.
And it was just different. Every church before then was just about either trying to make me a member, or it was about, what could they do? Could they drop off a bag of groceries for a poor kid? Again, it was that community service idea, something that they could talk about on Sunday and feel good about, but not really become a part of. Our mission statements, we succeed, no exceptions, no excuses, and we really try to own that. There's not a kid that's expendable, and when that becomes your driver, then when you're not successful with a kid, then it's hard to sleep. About 20% of our students have some kind of special education identification. 93% of our students come from homes of poverty. But the biggest number for us is we believe 100% of them were born to be incredible. And so when Bob asked about what's our vision, we started talking about how can we fulfill the role of what's missing? How can we treat our own students here at South Heights like our biological children?
From that point on, over the next several years, just a lot of different things happened in the neighborhood. We did some meetings at South Heights where we gathered in neighbors, gathered in local politicians and others, and did one of those neighborhood meetings where we kind of facilitated what do you want to see happen in your neighborhood. I can't say we necessarily drove it, but we became very much a catalyst just to begin those conversations.
No one ever put a focus on the East End before One Light. I've been here for 2 decades and watch it just wither and die on the vine without any kind of. And they would start the conversations, and them coming here and bringing all these volunteers and people seeing how things are started conversations. We had people in our gym, community meetings, state representatives that never would have been there.
Just show up. Honestly, there's things going on all the time at schools. Our people get excited about making a difference on that school campus.
I think it's mostly about building a relationship. I know I would maybe put out there that we were doing this event, we were going to have this big event in the gym, or we were going to have this. They just kind of, hey, can we show up? And again, it wasn't coming over to try to force anything. It was about kind of building community, and they'd show up, and if they saw an area where they could kind of lend some assistance in, they would. All we're doing is talking about putting more people at the table, to discuss it and to wrap that love and support around a child. So let's not make the simple hard. You can tackle a family, and you can work together with a school and tackle a family, and from that success with that family, you're going to get energy and motivation. And then before you know it, you got a couple of volunteers from church, you got another teacher at school, and you tackle 3 families. And then it just becomes a really cool thing to do that's working. And then before you know it, you got a national model that people want to come visit.
We always thought in terms of schools, and now I think in terms of people. These are people that God loves and that we can love, and they're just making a difference in the next generation. And how can you add value to that and do it in incremental steps?